As soon as you enter a room, you're being bombarded with energy that isn't yours. Can you get rid of this empath ability, or at least shut it down for a while, so that you don't constantly feel overwhelmed and drained? The answer is yes and no. I'll tell you later what I mean by this in the video. But first, I want to say something very quickly. Regardless if the emotion you're feeling is yours or not, it is important to pick out some skills on how to process your emotion, how to be aware of your emotion, and how to not get overconsumed by your emotion. These skills will come in handy in any situation you encounter. They will help you move emotion out of your system much easier. And these skills are essential for empaths like us. When you learn to develop space between you and your emotion, you naturally learn how to create space between you and other people's emotion. And the easiest ways to do this is through meditation. Meditation has helped me a lot in terms of being grounded and also being aware of my own energy. So if you're not practicing like meditation or mindfulness on a regular basis like daily, then I will definitely encourage you to do so. As an empath, you will like meditation a lot. So how do you stop yourself from feeling drained and overwhelmed by other people's energy? You do this by predetermining your own energy first. In Abraham Hicks' language, this is called prepaving, and this process is called segment intending. Every new task or event is considered a new segment. So for example, I'm recording this video, it's a new segment. When I go to a social event, that is a new segment. And when I leave the house and wait for a bus, this is also a new segment. Before you enter a new segment, you want to decide how you want to feel going into that new segment. So for instance, before I write a blog post, I want to feel inspired and feel like I'm in the flow. Before I interact with someone else, I want to feel grounded and also want to feel engaged and fun. When you decide or intend what you want to feel before you enter a new segment, you will have an upper hand. Your energy will take precedence over other people's energy. Most of us, I'm not even saying empath here, majority of people react to circumstances or conditions around them and in an autopilot basis. So when they get stuck in the traffic, they feel pissed off. When they didn't get the outcome that they desire, they feel impatient or disappointed. And when they get what they want, they feel happy. Our emotions are constantly determined by the condition around us, which means we don't have control over our emotion. Empaths just have an added layer of challenge because we match other people's energy and emotion instead of just the condition. But when you predetermine your vibration and fill your own space and aura with your own energy, other people's energy can't come in because there's no space for their energy. For me to feel other people's energy, I will need to push out my own energy to make space for theirs. This will be a more gradual process than compared to when you have no idea what your energy is and your energetic boundaries are very loose, and then the moment you meet someone who has a stronger energy, you immediately match your energy to theirs and you get swayed by them. When you prepave what you want to feel, you still know what other people are feeling, but because you're so rooted in your own energy, you don't match their energy so immediately. That's why in the beginning of the video, I say yes and no. Technically, you're not shutting off your empath abilities. You're just filling yourself up with your energy, so much so that you don't have space for other people's energy. Many times, we think that we need to shut down our abilities, we need to protect ourselves from other people's energy, or like keep ourselves away from other people. But we don't realize that when we do this, we are focusing more on the other people, more on the external, and that makes us lose focus on our own energy. There are several benefits when it comes to prepaving your own energy. First, it's easier to know whether your emotions are yours or other people's. Because when you fill yourself up with your own energy, any slight deviation, you will know that that energy, that emotion is not mine. Second, you can only truly help someone when you're grounded in your own energy. Because if you get swayed by other people's emotion very easily, you can't see the solution and you cannot see a higher perspective to help them. Let's say someone is depressed, and when you talk to them, you also feel depressed. When you feel depressed and hopeless, you are in that kind of mental state and you won't be able to see outside of what a depressed person will see. Then you will share the same perspective as the person who is depressed, who is feeling depressed, and then how could you help the other person? It's only when you're grounded in your own energy that you can truly be of service to another person. You still have empathy for other people without absorbing their pain. Then your empath ability will be a gift, a superpower, instead of just a burden or something you dislike and hate. Third, when you are grounded in your own energy, you will attract narcissists less. People may have this misconception that empaths are nice, are compassionate and kind, and that's why they attract narcissists. But this is not true. If the energy is not similar, there will be no attraction. It's only when the energy is similar that there will be an attraction. If you are in a high vibe and you're grounded in your own energy, someone who is in a low vibe or wanting to manipulate you won't be attracted to you. It's only when you give up your own energy and go and match the other person's energy where there is an attraction. When empaths are compassionate and kind to others and to themselves, they won't attract narcissists. All the love bombing from a narcissist doesn't attract you because you feel secure with yourself. You can see through their tactics and all the manipulation. Only empaths who don't accept themselves, who don't like themselves very much, like they don't like their empath ability, they think that it's a burden, they think that it's always draining and overwhelming. This empath will keep attracting narcissists because narcissists deep down inside don't like themselves very much, despite the confidence they may pretend to have around other people. They keep needing other people to give them admiration or approval in order to feel happy and be satisfied with themselves. When an empath don't like themselves and a narcissist who don't like themselves get together, that is a perfect match because they share the same energy. If you are an empath who feels uncomfortable with other people's emotion, like when they are feeling sad or feeling angry, and you're always trying to fix their pain, fix their problem, you may have an unconscious, slight judgment against certain emotion. Crying, anger, blaming other people, these emotions are not bad. People cry because it feels better to cry. People are angry because it feels better than being powerless, hopeless, and depressed. People blame other people because they don't want to feel the responsibility and the blame towards themselves. I don't know if it's Brene Brown who said in one of her books that if people are crying, you don't give them a piece of tissue because that will stop them from crying. They need to process their grief and sadness. They need to cry. I know that whenever I cry, it is a very huge release for me. Instead of trying to fix other people's pain, give them some time to process their pain and know that they need to feel whatever they're feeling so that they feel better about the situation they are in. The reason why you're so quick to help others get over their pain is because you feel uncomfortable feeling the same pain they are feeling. And that's why in the beginning I say it's so important to learn how to deal with emotion. Not only will you know how to deal with your own emotion or the emotion you absorb from other people, you will also learn how to deal with other people's emotion when they are feeling upset, when they are feeling angry. And when you embrace all this emotion and don't treat them as something bad or negative, you won't feel as overwhelmed as you are right now. Because all the feeling of overwhelm and stress is just resistant to certain emotions. If you feel tired and drained, just take a break and soon you'll feel recharged. But if you feel tired and drained and you are like, I don't like being an empath, I don't like my empath ability, I wish I'm not an empath, then you'll feel much worse because you're going down the emotional scale. If you find yourself constantly stuck in overwhelm or bad vibes, watch this next video. In this video, I will explain what an emotional scale is.